If your boiler is showing low pressure, the first thing to do is stay calm. In many cases, low boiler pressure is a common problem and can be fixed by topping up the system with water. But before you touch anything, remember this important safety point. You should only repressurize the boiler using the filling loop or filling system described in your boiler manual. Do not open the sealed boiler casing, do not touch gas parts, and do not try to repair internal components yourself. Low pressure is usually a water pressure issue in the central heating system, not a gas adjustment. Most modern boilers have a pressure gauge. It may be a round dial on the front of the boiler, or it may be shown on a digital display. When the system is cold, the normal pressure is often around 1 to 1.5 bar, although the exact pressure can vary by model. If the gauge is below 1 bar, the pressure is usually too low. The boiler may stop working, show an error code, or refuse to provide heating and hot water. So why does boiler pressure drop? One common reason is bleeding radiators. When you bleed a radiator, air comes out, but the system pressure can drop as well. After bleeding radiators, it is normal to check the boiler pressure and top it up if needed. Another common cause is a leak somewhere in the heating system. This could be a visible leak from a radiator valve, pipe joint, towel rail, boiler connection, or pressure relief pipe. It could also be a small hidden leak under the floor or inside the boiler. If you have to top up the pressure again and again, do not ignore it. A healthy sealed heating system should not need constant refilling. Now let's go through the basic fix. First, turn the boiler off and let the system cool down. This makes the pressure reading more reliable and reduces the risk of hot water coming out if you need to check anything. Next, look for the filling loop. On many boilers, the filling loop is a flexible silver hose under the boiler with 1 or 2 small valves. On some models, it may be built into the boiler and controlled by a lever, a filling key, or a special valve. Worcester Bosch, Valent, Baxi, Ideal, and other brands can use different designs, so always check the manual for your exact boiler. Once you have found the filling loop, look at the pressure gauge before opening anything. Now slowly open the filling valve or valves. You should hear water entering the system. Watch the pressure gauge carefully while it rises. Do not walk away while filling the boiler. When the pressure reaches the correct range, usually around 1 to 1.5 bar when cold, close the valve fully. If your boiler manual gives a different target, follow the manual. This part is very important. The filling loop must be closed properly after topping up. If it is left slightly open, the pressure can keep rising and the boiler may become overpressurized. After closing the valve, check the gauge again. Then turn the boiler back on and reset it if the manual says a reset is needed. Now run the heating and check that the boiler starts normally. As the heating warms up, the pressure may rise. That is normal. But if the pressure climbs close to 3 bar, or if water comes out of the pressure relief pipe outside, there may be another problem, such as an expansion vessel issue or a pressure relief valve problem. In that case, turn the boiler off and call a qualified heating engineer. Now let's talk about what to check after repressurizing. Look around radiators, pipe joints, towel rails, and the area under the boiler. Check for damp patches, drips, stains, corrosion, or watermarks. Also, look outside for the copper pressure relief pipe. If it is dripping, that may explain why the pressure keeps falling. If the pressure drops again within a few hours or days, the system is losing water somewhere. Topping it up repeatedly is not a proper fix. You should also call a professional if the pressure is at 0, if the boiler will not hold pressure, if you cannot find the filling loop, if the valves are stuck, if you see water leaking from the boiler, or if you are not confident doing the process safely. Do not remove the boiler cover to look for leaks inside. The visible outer flap or control panel is fine, but the sealed casing should only be opened by someone qualified. So the safe order is simple. Check the pressure gauge, turn the boiler off and let it cool. Find the filling loop or built-in filling system, open the valve slowly, watch the gauge, stop at the correct pressure, close the valve fully, restart the boiler, then check for leaks. The short version is this: low boiler pressure usually means the heating system has lost water. You can often restore pressure by using the filling loop and topping the system up to around 1 to 1.5 bar when cold. But if the pressure keeps dropping, if the boiler leaks, if the pressure rises too high, or if you are unsure, stop and call a gas-safe registered engineer or a qualified heating technician. That is the safest way to fix low boiler pressure without damaging the boiler or ignoring a bigger problem.